Hi everyone, and welcome back. This week I wanted to give you an introduction into what I will be making next. As you can see behind me, I have a half-made dress. I won't tell you what it is, but I'm sure some of you will be able to guess, and the completed dress will be up very soon. I was planning, after finishing this dress behind me, to make the wedding dress worn by Julie Andrews in Sound of Music. But I've decided to push that back and bring forward something else that I was planning to do, as we have found the fabric and I'm really excited to do it, and I wanted to bring this to you. The dress I will be making is the cerise dress worn by Marilyn Monroe in How to Marry a Millionaire. After making the happy birthday dress last year and doing all the research into that, I got a greater appreciation of Marilyn Monroe, both as a person and as an actress, and I wanted to make something else. This dress from How to Marry a Millionaire has always been one of my favourites, and something that I've been wanting to make for a long time, but trying to find the fabric has been extremely difficult. We've spent almost a year trying to find this fabric, but everything we've seen has not been quite the right colour or the right weight. Either the fabrics are too thin, too soft, too floaty, or too thick. No one has had the right sort of weight satin for this dress. We've searched all the shops in London, from the most expensive to the very cheap, but was having no luck. Then the other day we were out looking for something completely different, and my cameraman spied the fabric lurking in the fabric shop. He pulled it out and it was just what we had been looking for. And I was so surprised. You know, after looking for this for a year, to suddenly find it when we weren't really looking for it was a miracle. So now, let me show you the fabric that we bought. Here is the fabric that we purchased. The fabric is a slipper satin. So it's light enough to be able to do all the draping on the bodice, but still heavy enough to hold its shape. For the dress, I was estimating it would take maybe 5 or 6 meters. But as this is the first time we'd found the fabric in a year, we bought the whole wrong. As you never know if you'll ever find it again, and I didn't want to run out. If you look at the dress in photographs and in the film, you may notice that it shows different colour. In the film, it has a slightly more purple look to it, whereas in the photographs, it's pinker. And also, if you look in the book, Dressing Marilyn by Andrew Hansford, which has a section about this dress, it is pinker. So that's why I decided to go with this colour. The dress has sequined bands on it. So I found these sequins in my stock. Some of them probably date back quite a long time, particularly these ones, which I think were given to me when I was learning how to do tambour beading. And that was probably 30 years ago. And they were given to me by a lady who had done all the beading on the dresses for the 1970s version of The Great Gatsby, and also had done embroidery on the Queen Mother's coronation robe. So I don't quite know how old these are. When doing sequining on dresses, I've always found it's better to use a variety of size of sequin and colour of sequin rather than just using one size and colour, because this way, when the light hits them, it hits them in a different way according to size and colour, so it reads a lot better. Here is the book that I mentioned earlier by Andrew Hansford, which in it has the section about the dress. I will be using this as reference, as well as looking at the dress in the film. The dress was designed by William Travilla in 1953, and he is responsible for designing most of Marilyn's most iconic outfits. Here you can see how close the colour is of the fabric that we bought is to the original dress. I will be making the dress to Marilyn's measurements. And also, the dress will be constructed using a combination of hand sewing and machine sewing. I will be making it as most of her dresses were made at the time, with a boned foundation, and then the dress is sewn on top of this. It will also be a combination of flat pattern cutting and draping on the stand, which you have seen me do in other videos. In the film, there is a fashion show sequence, which I always love to see in movies. A little interesting fact about this one is that the dress that Marilyn wears in the fashion show originally was not the red swimsuit. She was originally going to wear the blue Asian looking costume, but she didn't like it and it was changed. But luckily we have a photograph of her wearing her original costume. When Marilyn is modelling the red swimsuit in the fashion show sequence, the line spoken by the vendeurs is that, as you know, diamonds are a girl's best friend, which of course is the song that Marilyn sung in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. In this film, Marilyn is really getting into her stride with her acting and is so good at the comedy in this film, especially the parts where she can't see because she's not wearing her glasses. And the piece in the powder room where she walks into the room still makes me laugh however many times that I watch it. Another little interesting fact about this dress is that in 2006, Welsh opera singer Catherine Jenkins wore a copy of it to the Classical Brit Awards. It's a good copy of the dress, but the colour isn't the right shade of pink. It's more like the pink dress that Marilyn wore in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. How to Marry a Millionaire was made in 1953, and it was the first film by 20th Century Fox to be filmed in CinemaScope, but not the first one to be released. I hope you have enjoyed this introduction into the dress from How to Marry a Millionaire, and please join me in the next part for when we will start cutting and sewing the dress. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all again very soon.